What's up? George Balekji here with LeGarrette Blount, three-time Super Bowl champion, to break down the best bets for Thursday Night Football. LeGarrette, kind of a snoozer tonight, bro. Easton Stick leading the Chargers, Aiden O'Connell leading the Raiders. So backup, inexperienced quarterbacks. But how do you see this game going with the Raiders favored at home and a low total of 34.5?
I mean, I see this going the Raiders' way. Just for the simple fact that Aiden McConnell has played. You know, he's been playing the last 3 or 4 games, I want to say. And he's been playing, you know, not terrible, you know, but, you know, a little bit better than your average backup. So, you know, I'm going to go with the Raiders here when it comes to this. I think I'm going to go with the Raiders -3.
I'm with you on this one. Aiden O'Connell bringing in a few games of experience. This is Easton Stick's 3rd time playing in the NFL. He was drafted back in 2019, 2020. So I like Aiden O'Connell in this spot. More familiarity, more at home. Give me the Raiders in this one too. Now, both teams are expected to have a head coaching vacancy next season. Between the LA Chargers and Las Vegas Raiders, which one is a better coaching job to you?
Oh, I'm going with the Chargers all day. I think that is a better well-rounded team. They got good defensive guys. They got stars on defense. They got stars on offense. They just got to find the right guy to lead the charge. I mean, you're talking about, you know, possibly one of the most explosive offenses in the league when they're all healthy. I know these guys lost Mike Williams and things like that, but I mean, shoot, man, that Chargers is a no-brainer over the Raiders. I'm taking that.
Yeah, I agree. Justin Herbert locked up, long-term deal. You got Rashawn Slater at offensive tackle. You got Bosa. You got Keenan Allen. Key positions, you got the key guys in that spot. And LA is a free agency destination. So to me, it's a no-brainer.
Man, it sucks that they're underperforming at this point, man. You know, that is too talented of a team to just go see it go to waste.
And who am I to forget Austin Eckler, too? I mean, they got a great running back in the backfield, too.
You left out Eckler, man.
Got to show love to the RBs. Now, talk about head coaching vacancies. Bill Belichick, I'll start with the true or false here, will be coaching the Patriots next season. True or false, we'll see Bill back in Foxborough?
True.
You're saying true, so despite the reports coming out?
I just, you know, I mean, you know, so many things come out and so much comes out when it comes to New England, and probably 98% of it is never true. It never comes into like fruition. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to say Bill is going to be there. I find it really, really hard to believe that you want to part ways with somebody that has proven himself over the course of, you know, a crazy, unmatched, you know, career as a head coach. And it doesn't show any sign of slowing down from what I seen when I was out there. He's still, you know, upbeat, energetic, have a lot of energy, laughing, joking around, man. Bill a great dude. I just don't see them parting ways with that guy. I think the guys love him so much that, you know, that'll have a heavy weight on RK, you know, making sure that these guys are happy.
Yeah, and of course, you and Aaron Dobson spent time with Bill Belichick this summer, learning from the coaching fellowship in the NFL. All right, so let's get back to Thursday night's game. We'll go with some better bets. Easton Stick over 199.5 passing yards, or Aiden O'Connell making a 6th straight start over 204.5 passing yards.
I'm gonna have to go with Aiden O'Connell. He's I think all of his starts, I think he's only passed for under 200 yards maybe 2 times. Every other time he's over the 215, 210, you know, up in that range. I mean, nothing overly impressive, but definitely better numbers than what you would get from your usual backups. Obviously with Devontae and Jacobs getting a lot of that load, and, you know, Myers coming too, and Jacoby, and, you know, those guys are doing their thing. So I'm gonna have to go with Aiden O'Connell on this one. He, like I said, the experience gives him a lift.
Hey, I agree with you on that one. More familiarity with the receivers, too. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers. Speaking of receivers, better bet on this one. Going over on the receiving prop. Would you rather go Quentin Johnston over 31.5 or Devontae Adams now at 69.5 receiving yards?
Ugh, that's tough. I'm going to still go with Devontae because in order for these guys to win, they got to get the ball to him. They have to get the ball to him. We don't have to get the ball to Quentin Johnson. You know, this guy has been pretty inconsistent all season, you know, especially for him being a first-round draft pick. You know, he's been inconsistent all season. Just the fact that he has a 31.5 over under just shows you, how how he's been performing all season, So I'm going to go with Devontae Adams over 69.5 because I just know they're going to force the ball to him. Win, lose, or draw, he's going to get his catches.
Yeah, I agree. No Keenan Allen tonight. He's out of the game. But you said it. Quinn Johnson, wide receiver 1, only 31.5. That speaks to his production so far this season. All right, now fill in the blank, LG. Blank player will be the best bet for an anytime touchdown tonight.
Austin Eckler will be the best bet for anytime touchdown tonight. I got to go with Austin Eckler. I think he's going to be one of those guys, since Keenan Allen is out, he's going to be one of those guys that is going to, the offense is going to have to revolve around him. He's going to have to get involved early and often if these guys want to have a chance. But he's not your typical in between the tackle guy, but in space, he's one of the better backs in the NFL.
Yeah, I like that call, too. I'll even go Austin Eckler over 4.5 receptions. You can get that at plus money. You said it. He's their best player on the offense now. Check down, screens, make it easy on Easton Stick. I like Austin Eckler anytime touchdown. I also like Gerald Everett, the tight end, plus 550. Get in the red zone, tight end, always a security blanket. All right, Raiders will win the game if blank.
The Raiders will win the game if they can not turn the ball over. They got some ball hawks on the Chargers defense. They're going to have a really, really aggressive and good pass rush with the guys on the edge that they have. So I would say they will win this game if they can control the football, control the clock, and make sure that they can be, run the football efficiently. And you got to get it to Devontae. If you don't get it to Devontae, your chances of winning drop drastically. So you got to get it to him.
Josh Jacobs will be banged up tonight. I'm with you. Get it to Devontae Adams and get to Easton Stick. You got Max Crosby, one of the best DNs in the game. Make the inexperienced quarterbacks a nightmare, and it certainly will lead to a win. What about the Chargers? The Chargers will win the game if blank.
The Chargers will win the game. The only way they'll win the game is if they protect the football. Like you said, this is an inexperienced quarterback. You're going to go out there and ask him, whether you want to believe it or not, or whether these guys want to, admit it or not, you're going to go out there and ask him to throw the ball 30 plus times. So, you're putting yourself already in a position to lose with an inexperienced guy throwing the ball that many times in a game. So, I think that they win is if they got to get Austin Eckler as involved as possible. And like you said, man, get Everett back involved in the offense. He's a really, really good young tight end that can get open, that can catch the ball and make plays for you downfield. And make the game plan easy for Easton Stick, man. Make it easy for him. You don't have to overly exert it. We've seen guys over the course of this season that has lost quarterbacks and got backups and other guys that have made it easy for these guys to go play football and win.
I'm with you on that. Easton Stick's been around LA for a reason. Make it simple on him. Give the ball to Austin Eckler. Protect it too. I like that recipe for success. All right, LG, and we'll end it with some viewer submitted questions. I got one right here. This is from Jimmy in Dorchester. I like this one. Who is the hardest tackler that's ever hit you? So the hardest hit you ever had, who was a linebacker, safety, D-end, whoever that was on the other end of that?
I can't remember his name. This was the year that we had this is the year that we played against the Denver Broncos in New England. It was probably one of the coldest games I've ever played in my life. I think we started out in the most probably disastrous way, similar to the Atlanta Super Bowl that we could possibly start with Brady probably fumbling and throwing a pick six, really turning around and fumbling, then me turning around and fumbling. But the guy that hit me, I want to say it was either Darian Stewart or Ian Hacho, the safety from the Broncos. I remember that he kind of caught me slipping out of like a little tunnel where I thought I had a lot of space, and he ended up shining at the end of that tunnel, and it got dark pretty quick.
Hey, after all those fumbles, I don't want to even imagine what Bill Belichick was like in the locker room talking to you guys. All right, next one from River Rules. Eckler over 100 yards from scrimmage. You think he gets that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Eckler gets over 100 yards from scrimmage. Like I said, he is the best player on their team that is going to be playing tonight. He's the most efficient and the most effective player that they have playing tonight. In order for these guys to get a win, I think, it's common sense. You have to get this guy the ball as much as possible.
And this is a good one. You gave us your best bet for the Chargers then time touchdown, Austin Eckler. What about for the Raiders? Who's your best bet for the Raiders to score an anytime touchdown?
My best bet, just because he hasn't had a lot of production, in the red zone this year, I like Devontae. He always comes in a big moment. He always shows up in big moments. I like him a lot to score a touchdown. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Jacoby Myers is a sleeper. He always comes through whenever they need a touchdown or whenever they need a big play. So if I had to choose between the two, I'm gonna go with Devontae because he's gonna get the most targets.
I like that. Hey, I like the Jacoby Myers play too. You can find his receiving prop around 41.5. If Aiden O'Connell at quarterback, Jimmy G, Brian Hoyer, he's got a relationship with all of them. I like that play too, though. Devontae Adams, you can find him anytime touchdown, plus 150. All right, that's it for us here on NESN Bets Kickoff. LG, my man, thank you so much for joining me. Always a great time breaking down the game with you.
Appreciate it, George, man. Always a pleasure.